I wanted to make a quick video because there's been a little bit of confusion. I know a confused mind does nothing. It doesn't take action. And the Fox Project is my vision of taking women from being where they're at, and it could be wherever you're at. You could be like completely stuck and unfulfilled and feeling like every day I just go through the motions of my life and I go to bed feeling like there's so much more to me and I don't know how to tap into what that more looks like. I have everything. For some women it's like I have the kids, I have the husband, I have the house and the car, but there's so much more to me. I'm still missing something, and that's hard for women who are moms. They don't understand how can I have all these 5 children and still feel unfulfilled at times, right? The Fox Project is for the woman who feels stuck and feels like she's not living in her purpose or not doing the things that her heart really wants to do. And then it's for the people who maybe are doing things that they want to do, but they're still feeling like they're not on the right path, or they need some more direction, or they've hit a block. So the Fox Project is all about helping women tap into what is that vision, what is that calling, what is that meaningful part of her life and her being and her identity that she maybe isn't tapped into because she doesn't feel whole, she doesn't feel complete. She has business ideas and don't do that please. She has no idea where to start and how to bring them to life. She is doing business, but she feels like she's not breaking through and actually making money doing that business. She is in a relationship, but she doesn't feel like head over heels happy. She feels like she's just going through the motion. And this is part of why I've been confusing in the marketplace, because I've been, find your purpose, live your best life, be a good mom, be a good wife, be a good businesswoman, be healthy. And I'm like talking about all these things, and that's why I finally realized what I'm doing, what my purpose in creating the Fox Project is, and Wife Complex and Mama's Lemons and Arete Events and Consulting and all of my levels of creating business. What I've been trying to say in the world is I want to help women live their best life. I want them to be the best version of themselves, so when they take on roles like mom or wife or businesswoman or entrepreneur, wherever she decides to show up in the world, friend, sister, whatever that looks like for her, she's the best version of that. Living your best life in summary then, to me, doesn't just look like having material things. It doesn't just look like attaining certain roles like let me start my business, let me get married, let me have kids. It's doing all the things that our heart desires, and that looks different for everybody. This is why I'm so big on creating vision boards and evoking out of you, what do you really want? What does your heart desires? This is why I'm so big on don't compare yourself, because for some women, they don't want kids. So having the best life doesn't mean being a mom. For some women, they don't want a family. They want to travel and just live their best life without human beings that they're responsible for. And that's their best life. So this is where it was hard for me, because I'm like, I don't want to just work with moms. I don't want to just work with a certain type of person. It's like, I want to work with humans who want to be the best version. I don't believe we look for our purpose, that we find our purpose. I believe our purpose is waking up every day. And then I feel like when you feel like you're searching for your purpose, it's because you're not living in alignment with what God put you here to do with your life. And so you're searching for that fulfillment, and you're searching for that calling that's on your life. But your purpose is, if you woke up today and you're watching this, if you're listening to this right now, you have an assignment on your life. God has something he wants you to do. I don't believe it doesn't involve folding laundry and cleaning up your house and taking care of your kids even. I believe it has everything to do with showing up and being the best version of yourself, because when you do that, that looks like stretching and growing and getting uncomfortable and doing things that maybe you don't feel like doing, but it's for the betterment of the people around you. And I have tons of women who come to me and say things like, I really want to help people who are going through depression, or I really want to help people who have had miscarriages and help them know that they're not alone, or I really want to help women be really good wives and have good healthy marriages. And so usually when people are setting out to be this testimony and example for other people, it's because they've already went through that. So if you think of that, it's like your test is your testimony, and your testimony is your purpose. It's you showing up in life enough, not hiding, not fear of failure, but showing up enough to where you get stretched to where you have to fail forward. You have to grow to be a bigger, better person. You have to become more of yourself. And when you stretch and grow and become more of yourself, then there's somebody behind you, 3, 2, 10 steps behind, that it's your job to show up and show them that they can keep pushing forward to get to 10 steps ahead as well. And so everybody is always 2, 3, 10, 100 steps ahead of somebody, and it's their purpose to be an example for the ones that are looking up to them. And that's what I believe is the cycle of life. That's being in the flow. So if you're hiding and you're just getting comfortable and you're just going through the motions of your life and you're not doing anything new every day and you're not striving to be better and you're not chasing after your goals, I believe it's those dreams, it's those deep desires that we have in our heart that gives us fulfillment, because as we stretch to get them, we've got to become a new person. We've got to shed layers. We've got to get rid of some stuff. We've got to bring on new habits. We've got to expand our mind, think differently, because in order to change how you're living right now, you have to change what you've been doing. Fox Project is the journey of becoming the fox who you are. It's the journey of becoming self-aware. It's the journey of looking in the mirror at your life and finding where your blocks are, finding what it is that you want. What do you truly want? Not what you want to do because of expectations of society, not what you want to do because of what your parents wanted you to do, not what you have to do so you can pay the bills, not what you got to do because you think that's what you're supposed to do as a woman or a wife or a mother, but what do you truly want? If you had all the time, all the money, all the resources, and all the support, and you could not fail, because fear of failure is really what keeps us stuck in a lot of areas. Fear of rejection, fear of what people are going to think, fear of messing up, fear of not being a perfectionist. All of those things are the real reasons that stop us from doing anything in life. We'll use excuses like, I don't have time, I don't have money, I have a family. But I want you to think about this. Like, if you are a mom, are you going to look at your life 20 years from now when you're empty nesting? Are you going to look at your kids and be like, I didn't do all the things I wanted to do. I didn't chase my career. I didn't go and write that book I wanted to write. I didn't start that community that I wanted to start because of you. It's your fault. Like, are you really going to look at your kids and tell them that you didn't live your life because of them? If anything, we need to live our lives because of them. We need to show them they don't do what we say, they do what we do. So if we stop living because we bring kids into our world, we're telling our kids, you can be anything, Indy. Go chase your dreams. Be the best version of yourself. Do whatever your heart's desires. But yet, mommy can't do that because of you. I've got to do laundry. I've got to cook. I've got to clean. I've got to keep the house in order. I've got to make everybody around me happy except for myself. So what are we really saying when we hide behind that? The Fox Project brings you in, and it allows you to learn how to have kids and a family, but still chase your dreams and let go of some of that mom guilt. It allows you to, if you're not a parent, it allows you to see that if you do want a family one day, you can chase your dreams and bring on a family. And it teaches you how to make space for all the things that you want in your life. Everybody has the capacity to not only find the time and the money, but the space in their life. They have the capabilities to achieve everything that they want. If you dreamed it, you can achieve it. If God set that vision on your heart, the resources are all around you to make it happen. It's up to you to pull back the blockers that are blinding you from seeing that you can actually create it. There's been lots of confusions in my DMs and my messages because I had about 20 some people join the membership program that I was offering a month ago. And basically this is what happens. So I do a Fox Project 3 times a year, and it's a 2-month intense program where you have accountability groups, you have a weekly coaching session, and you have exercises, and the exercises take you through how to see what's blocking you in your life, how to see what you really want in your life, and then find the blocks that are stopping you from getting it, and then how to develop the tools to actually create the life that you want. In that 2 months, you learn the language, you learn the tools, you learn all of the things that I believe every human being who wants to live and be the best version of themselves, you learn that. And so it's gotten better and better over the years because I've invested more and more money in how to be a transformation mentor, how to be a leader, how to move people into transformation, how to teach people how to take themselves on. I'm so excited about this next round. I just completed training that leveled me up like tenfold. So I'm so excited to pour into the next group of women with my new skills. God has given me resources, and He has given me access to money to invest in myself at a high level level. I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars of working with mentors, seminars, conferences, books, courses, programs. I always work under a mentor. So I'm worth hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of training plus time and energy that I'm bringing you guys self-development at a high level in my own version. So if you enjoy how I deliver content, then I would love to be your mentor in discovering yourself and becoming self-aware and learning how to peel back the layers of your crap and step into your power. That's what I do. That's what the Fox Project is. That being said, a Fox Project is a 2-month program where the intense hyper focus, once a week you're doing coaching, you have a new module with exercise that you apply to your life, you unpeel. If you've done the Fox Project in the past, this next round won't be what you've done before because I just learned major new tools. So I'm so excited to start applying those to get even bigger results. And so the one question that I've been getting is, if I've done the Fox Project before, is it the same thing? The answer is yes and no. Yes, it's the same thing because it's the same intention and it's got some of the same backbone. It's always going to be the same program, but it's always going to be better. So yes, I encourage everybody who's done it before to do it again. Here's also why you could never do too much transformation work, because every day, if you're doing life right, you're a new person every moment because you're evolving, you're getting better. And so who you are right now is not who you were the last time you did the program. So when you apply these principles, you're going to be applying it to the new version of yourself. And that's the beauty of this work, is that even though it's the same principles, you're a new person that you're applying it to. So that's one question I was getting is, can I do it or should I do it again? Yes. Second question is, I enrolled in the membership, the Inner Circle. So I have the Fox Project Inner Circle. If you're in the Fox Project Inner Circle or not in it and you've heard of it, the Inner Circle is my maintenance program. My way of two things. When people end the 2-month program, they're like, oh my God, this is amazing. I never knew this part of myself existed. I don't want to end this work. I feel like I'm just getting started. And so they're just ready to get started and they want more. And so I was in the past times when that would happen, I didn't know what to do next. I'm like, okay, well, you can do the program again, but it felt weird because it's we just did it. And so I created the membership as a way where once you do the 2-month intensive, then you join the membership to stay connected. Because one thing it's like if you go to church, if you fall off a church, you fall out of that source of being connected to the word and to the fellowship and to hearing God's word every single week and getting motivated to live your life right. It's the same thing. You can find me on Instagram all day, every day, so you can get a dose of Crystal, but in the core principles, using the tools that we learn, having accountability, having people to bounce ideas off. It's you learn a new language, you learn a new way of being. And once you're aware of that, it's you really want to stay immersed with those types of people. And so what happens with the membership is it allows you to just stay connected to the source in an ongoing maintenance way of being. And then each month, so in the membership, each month we have a theme. So we might cover money one month, and I have a guest speaker that comes in and teaches you how to budget, how to save your money, how to spend your money, how to clear your blocks around money. Because most people, money is a flow. Everybody has the same access to money. So if you're struggling with money, you've got money blocks. You have money energy that's blocking your abundance. You have a belief about money that's not serving you. And so learning what that is and how to clear it is going to fix your money problem. So one month we will have a money theme where we're tracking our money, and I have resources around that. Then another month we might be talking about sex and how to improve your sex drive and how to heal your body post babies and how to tap into your sexuality and how to just be more in tune with your body as and feeling good and confident about yourself. And then another month in the membership we will be talking about parenting. So if you're not a parent, you may not be interested in that particular guest speaker, but there's still going to be tons of stuff for that month that you can tap into. Another month we might be talking about organizing and systems in the home, bringing in a speaker that she talks about how to create systems so that you save more time, you're more effective, you're not rushing, you're not stressed out, whether it's meal planning, whether it's organizing toys in a certain way, whether it's setting up your clothes the night before, all these different different things that can make your life more productive and easier. So these monthly themes are going to be attacking the woman at some level of her being, and having outside speakers. So where I pay for a parent coach, I pay money for a business coach, I pay money for all these different things, I'm bringing these experts into you guys, and you're paying just a low fee for a membership to have access to that. The second reason why I created the membership, in addition to wanting to have a maintenance place for people who do my programs, is I wanted a place that people who are not ready to invest in their self in my program, because some people will see the price of joining the Fox Project and it's not expensive at all, especially compared to transformation work. If you're going to go and pay a mentor, I pay my mentor monthly what I'm asking people to pay for 2 months for my program. So I mean, it's not expensive, but some people don't see it as not expensive because they don't know the value. A lot of people are not aware of self-development work, of transformation work. They're not aware that this exists, and so they don't understand why you would pay money for that. And so once you are in the membership and you start to get a taste of what transformation looks like, then you're like opened up and your mind can see how valuable this is. How I would give up a vacation to pay for transformation, because it's like a vacation in my brain. My life is free. I'm not captive to my thoughts. I'm not captive to my circumstances. I'm not captive to the life that I don't like living. I'm awakened to the fact that I can create whatever I want, and I can change the way I think, and I can live my best life. And so like when you realize the power of knowing how to think and how to take yourself on and how to be a transformed, like self-responsible, self-aware being, you realize how much you have the power to enjoy your life and create a life that you enjoy. Membership was also a way of giving you guys a lower end way to work with me and come into my work and not pay for the program yet until you understand the value of that. It's for anybody, no matter where you are in your life, who's looking to get to the next level, who's looking to get unstuck, who's looking for, I know that there's more to me, but I don't know how to tap into that. Go study the person who you love, like, and admire the most in your life. Guarantee they have a mentor. Everybody who's been successful in their life has a mentor, because we all are captive of our brains. We're all captive to the crap in our head, the stories we tell ourselves. So until you can pay someone to like take you out of your own way and show you your blind spots, you don't move your life very far ahead, because the brain is very powerful, and the brain will tell you stories that make you believe that I don't deserve to have a bigger house. I have a roof over my head. I'm good. I could never be capable of writing a book. I could never do lives. I'm not as good as that person. I could never XYZ. We have a way. I can't do that. I have kids. My kids are my world. I don't need to go chase my dreams. I have everything I need. My family is my world. I don't need to go and chase the career that I always wanted to have. Write that book I always wanted to write. Start that community I always wanted to start. Travel to the places I always want to go. Like, I have a family. I'm good. I'm busy. I could never do that. I don't have time for that. Those are actually stories. Emotions, fear, like things like fear seems so real. Fear is not real. God didn't create fear. Fear is not of God. So if you're if you have fear of failing, if you have fear of what people are going to think of you, if you have fear that you're not worthy, you're not enough, you're not able, you're not capable, if you're telling yourself you don't have enough time, like, that's great, but I don't have the time, I'm too busy. I caution you, one of my missions, I hope you remember me every time you tell yourself you don't have time for something. When you say you don't have time for something, you're basically showing to yourself that you're not spending your time on the things you really want to be spending your time on, because there's people in the world who have way more and are doing way more than you, and we all have the same 24 hours. If you don't get that, I don't have time is not a real reason for living your best life, then this is why you need someone to help you, show you why that's a true statement. Everybody has time. Everybody has time for what they want in their life. If you're telling yourself you don't, you're not spending your time in the ways that are serving you best. Because I never say I don't have time. If I tell you I don't have time, it's because whatever I'm saying I don't have time for is something that I don't want to be doing. Everything that I give, people tell me I'm busy all the time. I'm not busy. I'm perfectly fine. I have an abundance of time because I now know how to look at time. I now know how to say yes to things that are in alignment with what my heart desires. I know how to be authentic too. I'm going to do what I want to do. If it hurts other people's feelings, that's on them. If it makes other people feel uncomfortable, that's on them. I'm going to live in my truth. Money, I don't have money. The brokest people have become billionaires. So money is not a block. Money is a mindset. Everybody has access to money. If you don't have money, you have a money problem. You have a money mindset issue. You need help getting out of that conversation of I don't have money. This is why in the Fox Project, one of the first things I teach you is don't ever say I can't afford that again. Stop saying I can't afford it, because you are affirming that to the world that you can't afford something. And remember the saying that they say, if you say you can, you're right. And if you say you can't, you're right. So if I can't afford something is what's coming out of your mouth and what you're thinking and telling yourself in your brain, then you can't afford things. You're right. You're right about that. So for as long as you think that way, you're going to forever, never, ever be able to afford anything. But the moment you step back and say, I don't see how I have the money for that. How can I create that? Who do I get to be to have the money to be able to do that? What can I do differently so that I have the time for the things I really want to do? When you step back and become self-aware and you start living out of autopilot and survival mode and start stepping into your power and your gifts and your alignment, that's when life really starts to happen. So the Fox Project is a container for you to do that. It's a space for you to start learning about who am I? What do I really want? What did God really intend for me to do? Because I'm telling you guys, He did not create you to be too busy for stuff you want to do. He did not create this beautiful world for you never to travel it. He did not give you children for you to lose yourself and not show them how to be a powerful person. He did not bring you here to be in survival mode and feel like you can barely make it. I'm living paycheck to paycheck. I'm barely making ends meet. I mean, hey, I'm pretty much living paycheck to paycheck in my own right, but I'm also spending that money on things that I can't afford, but they're things that I want. They're stepping me up to the next level of myself. And as I'm doing that, as I'm stepping out on faith, my mentor told me in business, you'll never have the money for your next level, ever. You're always going to have to step out on faith. You're always going to have to take a bet on yourself that I'm going to invest this money now, knowing that I'm going to be able to recreate it because I'm capable and able of doing it. And so if you don't have that trust in yourself, if you don't know how to have self-worth enough to take yourself on and believe that you're capable of creating more time and more money, that's why you need someone outside of yourself showing you how to do that. That's why you need to learn how to let go of what caused you to. When you were born perfectly in God's image. You were not born with fear. You were not born. Think of children. Children are fearless. They're courageous. They're brave. They follow their hearts. They don't take no for an answer. They're persistent. They will go climb on things that if they fell, they could kill themselves. But they don't have fear of killing themselves. They are just doing what their heart desires. You were born the same way. But then what happened is society stepped in and said, you can't do that. We don't have money. We can't afford that. No, don't touch that. It's hot. Stop. You might fall. You might hurt yourself. Stop doing that. Don't do that. And we were bogged down with fear and rejection and isolation. A lot of us were abandoned from our parents. Parents were working, survival mode, didn't have time for us emotionally. So we don't know how to trust ourselves. We don't feel worthy of other people's time. We don't feel like we're important because our parents didn't show us that we are important. Buying your kids things doesn't mean that they're important. Giving them emotional connection does. And so we all have a past that created our future being that is scared and isolated and not feeling worthy and fear of failure. We're perfectionists. We are procrastinators. We don't know how to take risk anymore because what if we're wrong? What if we're not perfect? What if somebody thinks we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing? What if I'm not parenting the way that I'm supposed to be parenting? And so all of these things is what creates stuck individuals as adults. And this program, if it's not my program, if it's not the Fox Project, if Crystal's not the mentor you want to work with, then go find somebody who you do. Go look up transformation coaches. Go look up life coaches. Go get connected to somebody who is living better than you. And by better, I mean they're more evolved. They're thinking higher vibrations. They're thinking more positively. They're not being a victim to their circumstance. They're not saying things like, I don't have time. I don't have money. I can't do that. I'm not capable. I'm not worthy. Go connect yourself to somebody who will teach you that yes, you can. And you need to, because somebody's blessing is waiting for you. Somebody yesterday told me, how do you how do you turn to God for your when you go to God and to answer your prayers, what does that look like for you? And I said, I pray, but I turn to people for God's prayers to be answered, because I believe that God does his miracles through people. You might be praying right now in your prayers like, God, I'm so stuck. My finances are so stuck. I'm broke. I don't have money. I just give me a break. God, help me. Help me get out of this mess that I'm in. Help my family, God. Please, God, help me. Show me the way. Show me the way. And boom, Crystal pops on your life. And Crystal's telling you, I have the answer for you. I can show you how to get out of that mess. And you're going to log off and be like, God, please show me a way. God, please show me a way. And then somebody else is going to pop across your feed telling you something, offering you a program. And you're going to get stuck on, I can't afford it. I don't have time. Then you're not looking for the answers, because God is not going to come down and give you another 7 hours in your day. He's not going to drop another $1,000 in your bank account unless you start doing the work to show him that you're faithful. Are you tithing? Let's just I got to get off, because now I'm just preaching, but if your money is off, go tithe. If you don't believe in God in the church, then I don't know, I don't have the teachings for you. You'll have to go to somebody who doesn't believe either. But I promise you, if you start tithing your 10%, you want to take something right here, right now to fix your money, go start tithing 10% every time you get $1. Every time $1 comes your way, go put 10% in the kingdom, and I guarantee your money problems will be fixed. But the problem is we're self-reliant. We're praying to God to fix our money, but yet we won't give God our 10%. So basically, I believe that that's the love of money. That is saying I have to work for a paycheck to pay my bills, so I can't go put 10%. God's got you. God has got you, but He already created you. He put you here, and He created an abundance around you. He put people, He put resources, He put everything that you need to be who He wanted you to be. It's all around you. You've got to wake up and start stepping into it. You've got to start taking advantage of it. It's all right there. What is the Fox Project? What is the Fox Project Inner Circle? This is my invitation to you. I hope you will join us. We start May 8th, so not this coming Wednesday, but the following Wednesday. This Monday ends the early bird registration, so if you want to enroll at the early bird price, then your Monday is your last day, and then it goes up to full price for the last week. So DM me, PM me, comment, do whatever you got to do to get in touch with me if you want to join us. And I have 7 spots left. I have my little hearts over here of all the people that are joining and their names. Your name gets to go up on my board. I would love for you to be a part of this next run. I would love for you guys to take yourself on. Tomorrow isn't promised. We're so quick to say, I'll do that when I get my money right, when I get my time right, when I finish this, because I'm working on so much stuff right now, so I don't have time for one more thing. This is going to help you start focusing on the things that are actually going to get you to where you want to go. Because busy is actually an act of the devil keeping us distracted from what we're supposed to be doing and what we actually want to be doing. So if you're busy, that's another reason to do this, because it's going to help you get unbusy and start living, start being productive, start having more time, more energy, more money, more resources. Get involved. Don't do life in isolation. Tomorrow is not promised. Don't put your life off till tomorrow. Not everybody has the luxury of just going to sleep and wasting away their life one more day. Why are you waiting? What are you waiting for? Why are you waiting? It's selfish for us to put on things till tomorrow that we could do today, especially because your life, whatever you're supposed to be doing, somebody else's blessing is wrapped up in your life. You stepping into your power, somebody else's life is gonna be able to thrive and become better. You're an answered prayer to somebody else. So stop blocking people's blessings by being stagnant and complacent and fearful and stuck and isolated. Start living your life so that other people can benefit. If you're not gonna do it for yourself, do it for other people.